Hi everyone, and welcome to our new module on operating systems. So there's a lot of important information here that I'm going to talk about. First of all, you'll see this is just the video that you're watching now, and in every module we have a what's due when. You can click on that link and it will tell you the learning outcomes for the module, or what you should learn, and it kind of goes through everything that you need to complete and has a link to the full course calendar. In our second module, we're always asked to put this online student survey, so I'd appreciate if you can take it. It just helps to improve our online learning at NCCC. All right, so this is the required software for the course. I ask you to please read this carefully, but I'm going to give you an overview. We will be using Microsoft Office. We'll be learning 4 applications: PowerPoint, Word, Excel, and Access. You can see you have to have them in place before we start the next module. So try to get them done early this week. Make sure you have everything you need. That way you have the ability to ask me questions and we can resolve any issues that you have. This talks a little bit about the different versions. You can use Office 2016, Office 2019, or Office 365. If you have Office 2016 or 2019 installed on your computer, great, you're good to go for the most part. Or you can install Office 365. It's free to NCCC students. And if you click on the link for this folder, it will bring you in and give you very specific instructions on how to do this. Okay? But please, I want you to read through this information first. So there is a version for both Windows and Mac. So if you have a Mac, you can install that version. The thing that's very important to note for this course is we are using Microsoft Access. There is no Mac equivalent for Microsoft Access. So if you have a Mac, you will have to find a Windows computer to complete the 2 Access projects. If you're near the college, you can work in the ACE Center. If you have a friend or family member, the free version of Office 365 through NCCC can be downloaded onto, I believe, 5 devices, so you could install it on their computer and use it there. So that's going to be the one tricky thing. The other thing is, if you already have Microsoft Office installed on your computer, some versions don't have access. So you have to make sure that you do. If you just come over here to my Start button, and you'll see here that I do have access. So that's how you can tell. Okay, so this information is all important. I want you to read it very carefully and install the software. Get it done as early in the week as you can. So if you have any questions or problems, I can assist you. All right, there is lecture material here. If you go in here, we're going to be talking about operating systems. We're going to go into more detail on Windows and Mac operating systems. We're going to talk about what operating system you have on your computer. I would really appreciate everybody going into this folder. It talks about file management, working with files and folders. And you can see here there's a Windows video and there's a Mac video. You can just watch the one that's relevant to you. This is so important because everybody's used to doing everything on their phone now. So I tend to find that people have very poor file management skills, keeping track of where their files are, creating folders to organize your information. So very important stuff. And just a little bit here on computer security and maintenance. The last folder is optional. It's stated as optional. There's just more training on different versions of Windows and Mac if you're interested. So I put those out there for you. And we'll have a discussion here. So we're familiar with the Blackboard discussion because we used it in the previous module. But here, you know, this just tells you how to get back if you need any additional help. Our discussion rubric, you know, I want to make sure that you're aware of the fact for our discussions. This is how they will be graded, and you always have to have a post and you have to respond to 2 other students. So you can look at the details on the rubric. And lastly, we'll have a quiz. It'll be the same format as the previous quiz. It will appear in this folder on Friday, May 31st, and will be available for 2 days. I'm just going to drop back here for a second to required software. If you do install from NCCC, and I've had students doing it for semesters, it's really pretty easy. I don't have people, you know, really not too many people have had issues, but the one thing that I do want to tell you is it will bring you to Office 365, and you know, that'll bring you eventually, after you follow the steps, it'll bring you, when you log into Office 365, mine might look a little different because I've already installed it. There is an Install Office button. So these are just web apps that you see here: OneDrive, Word, Excel, PowerPoint. You cannot use those for the projects in this class. You have to install Office on your computer, and then here you'll click Office 365 apps. That's going to put all the applications, their full versions, on your computer, so that when we get into, you know, the Access, you can run here, or, you know, Excel, whatever the case might be. Oops, sorry. But it will put those on your computer, and those are the applications that you'll be doing the projects with. Okay, as always, if you have any questions, please feel free to let me know.